on, guys? Back to you today with some more Pokemon X and Y OU Wi-Fi battles. Today I have a battle against Ashanti. Looking at my team, some pokes that, that work really well together. Having Swampert as a defense, a defensive wall, and Goodra as a special wall. Having Skuntank more as kind of, I can't think of the word right now, but he basically taunts. He's a wall breaker, basically. That's the word I was looking for. Rotom C, Rotom M, one of the Rotom, bitch him in the cut, Rotom C. Yeah, that's how I know it's Rotom C. That thing is power. It has so much power behind that thing. Modest choice specs, Leaf Storm, Volt Switch, Thunder, whatever you hit, it's gonna be taking a big hit, if not killing it. Metachamp obviously for the physical power, and then I have Politoed for some special power, but mainly, I switch it in against a wall, and throw up that Toxic. That's basically the Polypube. I can't even talk today. But he's gonna lead off with a Azumarill. I'm gonna lead off with Polypube. Gonna get that rain up. Now, I was not expecting his Azumarill to be his lead, or else I definitely would not have switched Politoed up, because now this Azumarill has a boosted Waterfall and or a boosted Aqua Jet, depending on what set it is. But he's gonna go straight for the play rough, and this kind of leads me to believe that this thing is banded and not Citrus Berry Belly Drum. But I am gonna miss my Hydro Pump, which is rather unfortunate. So Politoed is out of the game really early. Now, I did not want this thing to die, but this dude has so many counters for Politoed. It wasn't a big deal for me to lose it. Having the rain up is nice, especially for my Rotom, because I do carry Thunder. So it's always gonna allow me to hit that one-hit KO. So I'm gonna go for the Leaf Storm here. And this Aegislash, obviously it has base 150 defenses in that form. But even with Leaf Storm being resisted, and that thing having base 150 defenses, it did a decent amount of damage considering, all of those factors. But it still didn't do enough. Now, I'm going to go out into Swamp's Hurt, because Swampert makes Swamp's Hurt. I'm going to get hit with that Shadow Ball. It's not going to be doing too much. It did a little bit more than I obviously would have wanted, but it's hard to tell. Even these days, if Aegislash is physical or special, you kind of just have to take a guess and play with it. There's never really a guaranteed, option. So you have to be very careful as to what you switch in on an Aegislash, even today. So, but his Azumarill is going to take some toxic damage as I set up my Stealth Rocks there. His Azumarill is going to go for the Aqua Jet, knowing that it is rain boosted, and knowing that it is neutral on my Swampert. It's doing a gosh darn decent amount of damage, but I am going to be able to get off an Earthquake and do a little bit of damage to that Azumarill. Now, the reason I went for Earthquake over Waterfall is because Azumarill resists water-type attacks, because it is Water Fairy, where Swampert is Water Ground, so that ground kind of negates the non-effectiveness of water attacks. But I'm going to go out and into my Rotom, because Rotom quad resists water, but even in the, even with that being said, that still did way too much damage. It did way too much damage. So Azumarill's obviously going to go for Aqua Jet because he's locked in, he's banded. And I'm going to hit him up with Volt Switch, because I wasn't sure if he was going to switch and try to save his Azumarill. I would have went for Thunder, but then again I would have been locked into it, and he could have easily just switched in his Landorus, and then I would have been fucked. So there wasn't really too much I could be doing here. But I am going to go back out into my Swampert. It's probably the best option for me. I am going to get some leftovers. And I really dislike Volt Switching or U-turning to kill a poke, because they get a free option to switch into whatever you switch out into. Now, people will make that argument, well, if you kill their poke, they still get a free switch into whatever you've got out into. Yeah, but with Volt Switching or U-turning, you're usually Volt Switching or U-turning to a Pokemon that you want to get out, especially if you're killing it. And if it's a Pokemon that you want to get out, they can easily just have a free switch to it, and you're not going to be able to do too much with it, because you're either going to be forced to switch or, take some serious damage before you get off your attack, which is, you don't really want to be able to do that. And I think my phone just buzzed. Not sure why. Anyways, I'm going to go out into my spunk tank. He's going to go out. He's got his Heracross out, goes for the close combat, and just totally obliterates my scum tank. This Heracross is obliterating me, and I don't really think there's too much I can do at this point. When I was having this battle, I was like, I've definitely lost. There's no way. I mean, I was talking to this person. It's a Scarfed Heracross with Moxie. Someone is bringing this thing back, and it is a major threat. But somehow I'm able to scare him out with my my Medicham, which is quite nice because it's going to give me the chance to Mega Evolve. I wish I, would carry Bulk Up or something, because then, you're getting that a little bit more power and a little bit more defense. I do end up just going for the Bullet Punch, though, trying to get some damage off onto the Heracross before I get taken out by that thing. But he switched out into his Aegislash. Now, obviously, there's nothing I can do to this thing, so I'm going to switch out, go out into my Goofy Goober, now that I know that this thing is a special variant, or at least a mixed variant. So they did go for the Shadow Ball, which is, obviously what I would have expected, especially since it is Medicham. Medicham is only really weak to Ghost and Flying types, so that's the nice thing about having Medicham. The bad thing about that is those are two fairly common types, especially in today's metagame. Talonflame being the number 1, and Aegislash or Gengar being number 2, really. He's going to go out into Heracross, hit me with that Mega Horn. Somehow I live and am able to get off a Flamethrower, which is quite nice. But there's nothing that I really want to switch. Into this Heracross here, so obviously I'm kind of stuck with just letting Gooder die. Now I think at this point all I have left is Nippleknee, and he has Heracross, Excadrill, Landorus, and Thundurus left. So yeah, but he is going to go out in his Landorus here, get off the Intimidate. What do I do? What do I go for here? Can't remember. I go for the Bullet Punch here, because I thought he might want to try and leave his Heracross in because he did have that Moxie, but he ended up switching out. It's not a big deal. But now I'm trying to deal with this Landorus. I know that if he's not Scarfed, I outspeed, hit him up with that Ice Punch, easily taking out that Landorus. Easily. It's nice. Medicham, even at -1, is still powerful as fuck. It can't be stopped. I'm just going to go out into Thundurus now. Going to go for the Thunderbolt. It's not going to kill me, but it's going to do a hell of a lot of damage. And obviously I'm going to be hitting this thing up with Ice Punch because I don't carry any other move that can really hit these things. So Ice Punch took out Landorus and Thundurus, which is good for me because now I don't have to worry about those two things. He's going to go out into Excadrill. Now, if he really, really wanted to seal this victory on his part, he should have Thunder Waved me because he does have that Prankster ability on that Thundurus. But he thought that he would be able to kill me with Thunderbolt, and that wasn't that obviously wasn't the case there. But he goes down to Excadrill. I'm going to outspeed because he didn't paralyze me, hit him up with that Drain Punch, and get all my HP back, people. Now all he has left is Heracross, and especially after taking those Stealth Rocks damage, I'm going to be able to take this big thing out with a Bullet Punch. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you come back from basically losing 4-0 and then coming back and wrecking your opponent. That's how it's done. I don't know. Medicham is a very, very, very good Pokemon. It's very strong. It's very versatile. You get Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Bullet Punch, Drain Punch, Zen Headbutt, Psycho Cut, High Jump Kick. There's so many different things that Medicham gets that makes it really, really versatile in almost every situation. Even Donphan, I think it gets 2 or 3 hit KO'd by Ice Punches, and Donphan is one of the bulkiest defensive walls in OU. I think he's actually UU, but a lot of people still use him in OU. And obviously, what this guy had, everything on his team except for Aegislash can be wrecked by Medicham. Especially if I carried Zen Headbutt and or Psycho Cut, I could easily take out the Heracross, but I don't. I carry Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Drain Punch, and Bullet Punch. But I have Thunder Punch takes out Azumarill, Drain Punch takes out Excadrill, Ice Punch takes out Landorus and Thundurus there, and then Zen Headbutt or Psycho Cut, if I carried it, would take out Heracross. And I'm not sure if Medicham really gets anything for Aegislash, which is really the only thing that I wouldn't have been able to take out on this team. But I've got Swampert and I have Skuntank. And I guess technically I have Rotom C, which could hit him up with that Thunder or Volt Switch. Or I could have even tricked him and made him completely useless. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's battle. If you're still here listening, go check out my LP. The game is awesome. The game is super duper interesting. I mean, they've literally remade all of Hoenn, and it looks really cool. It looks really fun, and it is very fun to play. I just finished Watch Dogs last night, and let me tell you, that game is amazing. If you have it, if you just haven't played it yet, or if you have the chance to go get it, I definitely recommend Watch Dogs. It's a very good game. The story is a bit of a mind fuck, but I think most of you would be able to handle it. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's battle, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Peace out.